Hi, pre-K friends. This week our read aloud is 5 Tough and Tiny Seeds. And the author of our story is Steve Metzger, illustrated by Mike Byrne. This is a Scholastic book, so we're going to take a look at what happens in 5 Tough and Tiny Seeds. This story might sound familiar to a song you might know. So I noticed that we have 5 seeds on the front cover. And they are all different shapes and sizes and colors. So 5 tough and tiny seeds. 5 tough and tiny seeds sat on a slender reed, waiting for springtime winds to blow. Whoosh, whoosh. So here they're all hanging out over here, but look at what happened to this one. See where it goes. One landed on the ground, sniffed by a happy hound. So here this one landed. And I heard some rhyming words. Ground and hound. They sound the same at the end. Okay, we started with 5. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then there were 4 tough and tiny seeds. 4 tough and tiny seeds sat on a slender reed, waiting for springtime winds to blow. Whoosh, whoosh. Look at this one. He's kind of fuzzy with all of the hairy fur around his seed. One landed near a lake beside a wriggly snake. Lake, snake. Sound the same at the end. Then there were 3 tough, tiny seeds. 3 tough and tiny seeds sat on a slender reed, waiting for springtime winds to blow. Whoosh, whoosh. All right, so we have 3 seeds here. Where did this one go? One landed near a tree, buzzed by a bumblebee. Tree bee. Then there were 2 tough and tiny seeds, and they sat on a slender reed. This right here is long marsh grass. Reed. Look at they're holding hands. Don't go. Whoosh, whoosh. Where do you think he's going to go? One landed by a road. Next to a slimy road. Yes, toad. Road and toad rhyme. Then there was one tough, tiny seed. One tough and tiny seed sat on a slender reed, waiting for springtime winds to blow. Whoosh, whoosh. It landed on a rock, close to a watchful rock hawk. You're right, there is a hawk. That is a type of bird. Look at it, he is feeding something to the baby birds. A worm. Then there were no tough, tiny seeds. They've all been blown around. 5 tough and tiny seeds blown from a slender reed. Raindrops are falling from the sky. With bright and warmer days, now comes the month of May. Now it's time for seeds to grow. 5 seeds begin to sprout just as the sun comes out. What will they all turn out to be? If we look at our seeds, we're seeing that something is beginning to grow on the bottom. This one has some changes on the top too, but some roots are beginning to grow on the bottom. Do you remember what the roots will do to help us? How do the roots help our seeds? Yes, they hold us to keep our spot in the ground. What else do they do? Yeah, they give us the nutrient for the plant so that it can grow bigger. What will they all turn out to be? So we see them all here in their special spot by the tree, over here, different spots that they all are. Let's see where they're all going to turn out to be. Growing taller by the hour, each one a different flower. So we have the dandelion, a rose, a sunflower, cosmos, and a wild carrot. That was that really furry one turned into the wild carrot. That's what became of 5 tough and tiny seeds. So then we talked about what happens with our plants. So here we have our life cycle of a plant. We're going to take a look at what happens. So when we planted ours, so we first started with our seeds and we did some sunflower seeds. So we're going to put those right there. And so I planted my sunflower seed in my dirt cup. And what do you notice starting to happen there? Yeah, this word is sprout. Mine is starting to sprout out of the ground. Now we can't really see the roots underneath, but we can see that it's sprouting. So we're going to put sprout right here. And then what do you think is going to happen next? And we might not just be able to see the part in the ground, but this one says mature plant. So we get the roots are getting bigger and the stem is getting taller. And this one says a flower. So very similar, but at the top we have our flower. Which one do you think will come next? Yeah, the mature plant, because it's not quite ready for the flower yet. So we have to get bigger and stronger. So we're going to put that one there. And then next will come the flower. So these are sunflowers. And in the middle of a sunflower are tons of tiny seeds. So that's what will happen is just like in our stories where the seeds blew over to different spots, the seeds will blow and we'll start all over again. So the seeds will fall from the flower and they'll be planted in the ground and then it'll keep starting all over. This is called the life cycle of a plant. So check out what's happening in your gardens, in your little dirt cup garden. See if you've noticed any changes in there. And then also with our lima beans, see if you found anything changing in there. Nothing's really happening in mine yet. Maybe a little bit, but this seed is starting to sprout. So we're going to keep watching those and see what happens. All right, friends, have a great day.